So right before Kareem is shot, there's this moment where it feels like for Tamar, she's gonna follow in her aunt's footsteps. You know, she's gonna fall in love with a man in Iran and go that route. And then all of a sudden, Muhammad barges in, and the whole fantasy breaks. She remembers back that she's an agent, and I was wondering what that scene was like for both of you. And I know Shervin, you looked especially broken. You were looking at the floor there, and it's a big twist. So.
Yeah, we said when we were on set, this was one of the most challenging scenes, because everything changes from there. And I went outside with the director and had a chat, and I think Niv, you did as well, because in a way the honeymoon period is over, and now we have to get on with what's really at stake and what we're really there for. So yeah, it was a bit of a heartbreaking scene, not just for not just for the characters, but for us as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt so bad. I remember standing above, standing, and Shervin was on the floor, and he was devastated. It looked so bad. And I feel sorry for him. Like, I felt sorry for him as Neve, as an actress. And I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? But I think that's the beauty of Tamar and this, complexity of the story. And there isn't one side, there isn't, bad or bad. And she's not only a Mossad agent, and she also not only a young woman who falls in love. She's everything together.
One of the things I love about this show is that it's so hyper realistic. Morality is pretty ambiguous. And I also feel that Tamar is not presented as invincible. You know, she's not taking down 30 people at once, but she's capable and strong. And I was wondering how you guys felt about this determination to keep it as realistic as possible.
For me, that was what I love most about her. I mean, she's a real person, as you said. She's not the cliche of superhero Mossad agents saving the world. I mean, I always focus on saving her, real person. She's brave, but she also scared and makes mistakes and falls in love and misses her dad. And I think that's the beauty of her.
What was it like shooting the scene where she gets, her cousin comes, she sends her henchmen, and they brutally, or I guess her friends, and they brutally beat her. It was such a hard scene to watch when she gets kicked. I was wondering what that was like.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It was at the middle of the night. We did, I think, million takes over and over. And I also was nervous because, it's always action scenes and fighting skills. It's always very challenging because you want it to look real and to look like I'm really getting hit. And it was cold. The floor was cold, but I think at the end it was, I love that scene.
And I have time for one more question. Did you use any kind of emotional recall technique when, because you're absolutely bawling when you find out the text message with your father that he's been kidnapped, and I was wondering what drove that intense crying, you know?
I have to
I'm
say,
interested in that as well. How did you do that?
so I have to say, the fact that I was in Athens for so long and I haven't seen my family, and I haven't been in Jerusalem, and I missed them so much, and it was helpful. I thought of my dad. I haven't seen him for, I think, 1.5 months, and it's unusual for me. And every weekend I'm at my family's house, so everything was just here. It was just in time.
Yeah.
טוב, תודה לשניכם, העונה הייתה מצוינת. It was an
So
amazing
Daniel,
season. I really enjoyed the season finale, and thanks a lot for the interview.